This is Gator from Absolute Control Irrigation Specialists. I want to welcome you to our channel, another episode of Tips from the Swamp. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about troubleshooting the 8-station output module called an OSM. These are used in PAR Plus series control units and MSC Plus series control units. They are manufactured in 8-station increments, and they have a series of LED lights to tell you when those particular stations are on. When you first turn your unit on, if you're concerned with a situation, you want to take a look at the face panel. The face panel will reflect the number of stations that you have. You'll notice this one reads 08 because there's only one 8-station module plugged into it. If we had two OSMs plugged together into it, it would read PAR Plus ES16, 3 would be 24, on up to, in the PAR Plus ES series, 72 stations. In this case, we only have the one 8-station module. First thing we have to be concerned with is if we turn the station on from the faceplate, does it turn on? And the first indicator is if the light turns on, as I turned it on manually there, that station has turned on. Did it turn on out in the field? If it did, great. If it didn't, then we want to check the output at the output board that this unit is attached to at that particular station, and the common to make sure that there's voltage getting there. If there is voltage there, then that says there's something going on in the field. If, however, it is not getting there, then you need to check the wire harness and or the OSM, and typically the problem is in this unit, the OSM. So if we turn everything back off, now we want to isolate out that one station. What I would do is go to the OSM, turn it on with the switch, and if it turns on from the switch, but not the face panel, the problem is in this OSM unit because it's not accepting signal for that station from the timer. There's several components that are possibly out, and it needs to come out and actually be sent to Absolute Control for repair. If you turn it on and you turn on multiple stations and they do not turn on, again, check them with turning on at the switches, and should they lights turn on but they do not turn on in the field, it says we have multiple components out and the thing needs to be sent in for repair. If you turn on your satellite and you have 3 OSMs plugged in, well, that would be 3 times 8, which means that the satellite face panel should reflect 24 stations. If it only reflects 16, it says that it's not reading one of the OSMs, which could be the second one down or the third one down, depending on the issue. To check that, what you do is remove the number 2 OSM and remove the number 3 OSM, put the number 3 OSM where the number 2 was, number 2 where the number 3 was, and turn it back on and check it. If it now comes up and says 24 stations, then the problem is in the bottom OSM, and if you want it to work correctly, you'll want to send that in to Absolute Control for repair. Should the system turn on and read 00 for the number of stations, that would be the number 1 OSM that's out, and that could be a series of components, or it could be a bad ribbon cable, which is connecting it. Quick way to check and see if the ribbon cable is functioning. If you have switches, turn a station on. If it turns on, you bypass the electronics, but it says the cable is working correctly, and you need to send it in to get the components repaired. If, however, the lights do not come on and it says that the ribbon cable is bad, you then need to remove the unit, send it in, and again have the ribbon cable removed and replaced. And that's a soldered in item, so it needs to be done at a shop level. The other thing that occasionally occurs is you turn on one station on an OSM, say station, you get to station 3, and then all of 8 stations jump on. So they're all running or trying to run simultaneously, which typically will trip the circuit breaker on the power interconnect. Why that is occurring usually has to do with a lightning protection device called a metal oxide varistor, or MOV, which is in the OSM down in this area. Again, it's when it shorts out, hit by lightning typically, it will cause all stations to turn on when you go to the one station with the shorted out MOV. Again, that's something that needs to be sent in for repair. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If it's been helpful, please like it. I would like to let you know that at Absolute Control, during the current pandemic that we're dealing with, any units that are sent in for repair, once they are repaired, they will be sanitized and from then on handled with gloves so that there is no personal contact. They will be reboxed with gloves so that when you get it back, you'll know it's safe to use. We are taking precautions to keep from spreading the virus. If you did like it and you gave it a thumbs up, if you'd like to, subscribe to our channel. That way you'll get to see all the videos as they come out. And you can go back and see all of the others we have done previously. We also invite you to visit us on our website, www.absolute-control.com. That'll give you the contact information that you can get in touch with so that we can get your products in for repair, which includes us emailing you FedEx labels to help you with your shipments. Thank you from Gator, with tips from the swamp at Absolute Control Irrigation Specialists Incorporated. I do want to remind you that our Stump the Gator program is still in action. So if you'd like to put something in the comment line, ask a question, and it's a situation or a problem that I am not able to solve, you Stump the Gator, and we will be happy to send you a genuine Absolute Control Irrigation Specialist koozie and $50. Again, thank you from the Gator, with tips from the swamp at Absolute Control Irrigation Specialists.